Shalom. I'm back with part 2. The video cut off because I ran out of space. But let's get to it. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. They shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. They shall rule over their oppressors. It shall come to pass in the day that Yahawashi shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, How hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepters of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest, and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up the thrones. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the ground, and the noise of thy vials, and the worm is spread under thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit upon the mount of congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That did shake kingdoms? That made the world as a wilderness? And destroyed cities thereof? That hath opened not the house of his prisoner? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But Edom, the Edomites, they're cast out like an abominable branch, as a remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and the people, and slain thy people. The seed of the evildoer shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. See? For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith Yahweh. You see, these so-called white people, these red people, actually, because they're red, the Edomites, they're going to be made a no people. Like how they beat our nationality out of us, they beat the history out of us, they gave us new names, and they told us that they were us, that they were the chosen people. Well, their houses shall be cut off, and they'll have their true nation beat into them. Like they beat our identity out of us, we're gonna beat the identity into them. It's hilarious. I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, and son, and nephew, saith Yahweh. I will make it a possession for the bittern and the pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts. Yeah, and Babylon will be swept with fire all the way across it. It'll be laid waste. This whole Babylon the Great, Babylon the Not So Great, it's going to be turned into a desert. A home that's only suitable for rodents and unclean creatures. Yahweh of hosts hath sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so it shall come to pass. As I have proposed, so shall it stand. That I will break the Assyrian in the land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart off them, and his burden depart off their shoulders. This is the purpose. This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth. This is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth. And this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. For Yahweh of hosts hath proposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back? In the year that King Ahaz died was this burden. Rejoice not thou, whole Palestina. This is irrelevant. And in that day thou shalt say, O Yahweh, I praise thee, though thou wast angry with me. Con, that's a good one too. This is Isaiah chapter 12. Thanksgiving of the faithful for God's mercies. And in that day thou shalt say, O Yahweh, I will praise thee. Though thou wast angry with me, thine anger is turned away, and thou comfortest me. Behold, Yahweh is my salvation. Ah, G-O-D. Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid, for the Lord Yahweh is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. Therefore, with joy shall ye draw water out of the wells of salvation, and in that day shall ye say, Kahalayim Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, and call upon his name. Declare his doings among the people. Make mention that his name is exalted. Sing unto Yahweh, for he hath done excellent things. This is known in all the earth. Cry out and shout, thou inhabitants of Zion, for great is the Holy One of Israel in the midst of thee. Shalom.